Hey, what's going on, everybody? I know it's been a minute, but I'm hopping right back into the Subaru. Um, I'm going to start doing the return lines. As I mentioned in the last one, I'm going to cut this one down a little bit. It'll help even it out, and it'll bring it a little bit closer. I mean, it's kind of hard to do with one hand, but it'll kind of make it a little bit closer. So I'm going to run the return there, run them up, tie either side of the regulator. I've been messing around with my flex fuel sensor. I have to make a new bracket. This one wasn't working out because I was wanting to mount it right there in that hole, but it just wasn't working out with running from here to here. It was just too weird of an angle, short of a distance. I didn't think it was going to work. But anyways, let's just hop right into it and get these fuel lines banged out. All right, I'm gonna start by taking this off and then getting the fittings put in. This isn't tight, but I want to be able to mock up fittings like that so I can pull measurements. This one, I don't know, it's gonna be kind of weird because it's gonna go from here to here. So I think if I just look at 90 down, it'll be all right. This one, we're just 90 and over. I think I'm gonna try to run it along back here and then meet up with this one and kind of just run over, up, and in. All right, so here we go. Got that there. And if anybody can tell me what these little O-rings are for, they were sent with the fuel rails, I believe. Either this or the fuel rails, I really don't remember. But anyways, these just thread in right here. They've got a little O-ring on the bottom, and that's what seals it. So I'm just gonna do these hand tight real quick. I'm gonna go back with my AN wrench or a crescent wrench or any smooth wrench really. But I've got this right here, so we'll use it. And then tighten them up. Alright, moment of truth. See how they turned out. Set this one to the side for now. Have this one running up like that. Alright guys, I'm gonna try to make a bracket for this flex fuel sensor. I've got that bracket up there. I've punched the holes. Now I'm gonna drill holes through this and then kind of bend it out how I want it. Alright guys, I've got a new bracket kind of made up. I know it's not the best one. It was just out of some random aluminum brackets I had. I think one of them might have been from this Chase Base tank, but I'll just get a new one or make another one. So right now I'm getting my piece from here to here. And then I'll get my piece from here up to here. And then I still need to do this to here. There's not really a good way of doing it. I don't know, I think it's too close to be able to just kind of, you know, S it over to there, but we're gonna try it. So there's that, so let's hop over here and make that piece. I probably won't show it actually, just because I've shown you guys how to make quite a few already. See, I'm sure you get the idea by now. Now I'm trying to get these on the hard lines, and they don't really want to go at all. So I think I'm gonna mess with those later on, but I'm just gonna get everything made up real quick. Okay, it's a real mess over here, but I think I'm done. I mean, it's all pretty much just, nothing's tight, you know. I mean, the fittings are tight on the hoses, but the female ends are not tight on any of them. It's just kind of a mess. I don't know how I feel about it, but that's really all I can do with having everything right there. I couldn't really find a better spot for the fuel filter, so I ended up just sticking it there. I know it's kind of hard to see all the lines, but I don't know if I really like how this is sitting. It's kind of, I don't know. IAG just sends you like a T fitting. I mean, it would take off way less than this. I'm just worried if this is too bulky. But that T fitting is also for just the rubber hoses. So I don't know, I'll have to, I don't know, maybe just try different things, or maybe just run this, and then later on if I need to change it, I will. Or if it's not clearing the intake manifold or whatever the case may be, I'll just get to that at a later point in time. But I think that wraps it up. I still didn't put the injectors in just because I'm just why not, you know? But here it is. All PTFE braided -6 fuel lines. Air motive fuel pressure regulator, IAG fuel pressure gauge, Fuel Labs inline fuel filter. I don't remember what micron it is. And then the run up to here, I'm gonna have to mess with this, see if I can stretch them out a little bit to get them on easier, because it is a pain. I mean, I was pushing and pushing and I barely got that one over there. The evap, I think I'm just blocking off. But yeah, guys, I know I probably didn't film a whole lot, but hopefully you guys can get the idea just from looking at it. And then in my last video, doing the feed side, I kind of probably explained it a little bit better on how to make them. So if you're interested, go back, watch that. I will have a video coming out soon. I'm gonna be doing my iWire battery relocation. So getting rid of this, you know, I got rid of the battery tray a long time ago. I think I showed you guys that. And then I'll be putting the battery in the trunk, but that's a little bit later down the road. I got some more projects to do. I still got a lot of stuff to order, but I don't know. I was wanting to get this thing done by summer. I mean, it's obviously end of April now, so I don't think that's happening. It'll probably be towards the end of summer. Is what it is. It'll be worth it when it's done, but I just want to drive it. But we're getting there slowly but surely. I'll have videos coming out soon, but that's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.